I'm gonna leave a link to this description box down below. First of all, this is everybody at this point knows about the wildfires that's raging through California. But what's ironic is all the attention is being paid to the celebrities. Their houses burning down, them losing all of their valuables and things of that nature. As if celebrities and people with a lot of money and resources are the only ones that exist in this climate, are the only ones that exist. As if people that are not celebrities, people that are less fortunate, are not human beings. So I came across a story on Yahoo News. Fire is by Yahoo News. Far from Hollywood's wealth, Los Angeles fire survivors feel forgotten. This article is by Joe Brock. Altadena, California, in the close-knit Los Angeles suburb of Altadena, where rows of neat bungalows once nestled in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, smoldering ruins and the skeletal frames of burnt-out cars now lie. While the fires that have devastated celebrity neighborhoods near Malibu have caught the world's attention, a similar-sized blaze in Eden Canyon, north of Los Angeles, has ravaged Altadena, a racially and economically diverse community. Black and Latino families have lived in Altadena for generations, and the suburb is also popular with younger artists and engineers working at the nearby NASA rocket lab who were attracted by the small town vibe and access to nature. Many residents told Reuters they were concerned that government resources would be channeled toward high-profile areas popular with A-listers, while insurance companies might shortchange less affluent households that do not have the financial means to contest fire claims. And there have been stories that a few months ago, prior to let's say, okay, we're in January, so from November to maybe September, around that time, supposedly a lot of insurance companies stopped issuing and carrying fire insurance in California. And it wasn't just like one insurance company here, one insurance company there. It happened in mass. So that just leads me to believe, like, okay, what did they know that nobody else knew? Because to me, it's starting to look like they saw this coming, and they started to draw out. They started to run for the hills. All of a sudden, without saying anything to anybody. Now, what kind of nonsense is that? What kind of BS is that? That's some bullshit. That is some utter bullshit. Somebody tipped them off, told them something, because when the fire broke out and all this started happening, in the back of my mind, the first thing I thought was, you know what? I think somebody started this fire. Somebody started this fire. I don't know what level. How fire goes up. And when you think about it, like all the drone sightings that people were seeing and all the other stuff flying around the skies, and them telling us they don't know what it is and oh they're not nefarious and this and that. We don't even know if maybe one of them things started it. Because there's videos of chemicals being sprayed by these drones. But whatever the case is, these people have been left out to dry. Because the A-listers and the celebrities, they got multiple properties anyway, whether it's properties in the United States or overseas somewhere. So they not really gonna feel any kind of hardship like that. And in my opinion, this is the way this fire is looking and what's going on. It is very biblical. And on the flip side, is you're starting to see who people really are. You're starting to see who people really are because they blatantly just chose to leave out these other neighborhoods who have nothing to do with celebrities to go straight to the multi-million-dollar homes, the celebrity homes, professional athlete homes, because they're more important. Even though those other people are human too. They pay taxes too. So the tax dollars you're utilizing to help the celebrities, that's their money also. Celebrities are not celebrities without regular people. Where do you think the money comes from? Where do you think the support comes from? That's how you guys became celebrities in the first place. And the tax dollars that regular people pay for goods and services being one, the fucking fire department. If you could swoop over mansions to drop chemicals on fires to smolder the flames, you can do that in regular neighborhoods too. Those tax dollars are being paid also. And I still can't get over that one mayor that conveniently was out of the country when this started. Seems like they left the country right before it started. That was very convenient. Maybe them and the insurance companies knew something. Maybe the insurance company told them. Maybe they started telling the insurance companies. See, now we got to get into the weeds. Since they don't want to be honest with us as far as what's really going on, we got to put two and two together and put the tea leaves together on our own. And the firefighters are caught up in the middle because they really, to be honest about it, the stuff they doing. There was one video clip I saw of a McDonald's sign and like a whole bunch of embers still lit, just being wind gusts, just slinging it through the air. And it's like, even if they had a fire truck with a hose full of water and the fire hydrants was full of water and ready to go, not much they can do in that situation. But these houses and these bungalows in this story, they could have went to these neighborhoods and it helped them out. It would have helped in those situations. Because that one picture of the McDonald's sign, that's a lost cause right there. That's a lost cause right there. They're not going to give you the value of your house. If they do, you really have to fight for it, said Kay Young, 63 years old, her eyes welling up with tears as she stared at a sprawl of smoking rubble. the remnants of a home that has been in her family for generations. Inez Moore, 40 years old, whose family home in Altadena was destroyed by the fire, said communities like theirs would likely suffer financially more than wealthier suburbs because many residents do not have the resources or experience to navigate complex bureaucracy systems. Lawyers don't have lawyers that can dance through all the red tape and actually help them. And not just any old lawyer, but the kind that actually make things happen. The lawyers that have good records, that actually know what they're doing, especially in these type of situations, especially dealing with a whole bunch of insurance companies that ran for the Hollywood Hills right before these fires took place. How ironic that the Hollywood Hills sign is also burning right now. You're going to have some folks who are not going to get as much as they deserve, and some folks who may get more than actually they need, said Moore, a lecturer at California State University. Reuters contacted major home insurance companies in California for comment. State Farm, Nationwide, Allstate, Mercury, Liberty Mutual, and Farmers responded with statements saying they were working with policyholders to help them make claims without addressing specific concerns raised by Altadena residents. Moore, Young, and several other residents told Reuters they did not see any fire engines in Altadena in the early hours of Wednesday when they fled flames engulfing their community, fueling a resentment that their neighborhood was not priority. Well, unfortunately, your neighborhood is not a priority. They don't care about you. They don't give a fuck about y'all at all. You're not on TV. You're not a singer. You're not a multimillionaire many times over. They don't care about you guys. They don't. They're more than willing to sacrifice you guys and pretend you never existed. That's the cold hard truth. Unfortunately. That's the cold hard truth of what's going on. And you notice all those insurance companies, they all had similar statements planned and prepared because they're talking to each other too. And some of those names of those insurance companies were probably